It's the Texans and the Dolphins on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight we kick off Week 6 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From the 6. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll have Jimmy G calling the shots. Grew up in the northern suburbs of Chicago, went to Eastern Illinois. Jimmy Garoppolo.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers? 1
touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And his first pass is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for because, you know, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense. You've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run again with Hunt. And he'll go down at the 28. They'll move 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Garoppolo. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
In every game, we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
On now the Miami field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this one is right down Broadway. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee And they'll take over at the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
He finds his man complete. It's Baker. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
And that play was all about timing between the quarterback and his tight end because the ball's got to be released with a little bit of float to it so he can run under it. Lays it out there for him. You know what else is involved? Trust that he's going to separate from the defender and have a chance to get the football, and he does exactly that and gets out of bounds with a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Floyd. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 42.
There you go.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. The Texans at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. They come in losers of 2 straight, so try to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. On third down, he'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And that is no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And incomplete on the deep ball. Rocky started throwing the football. He's missed now on his first 4 attempts.
I'm eager to see what his demeanor is going to be from this point forward, because the best ones, they missed the first 15 attempts, and they think they're going to hit the next 15. Let's see if he has that type of an attitude. Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. He'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That's the third time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
So now first and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Pierce takes it straight ahead, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Floyd. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Pierce now up the middle. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Texans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They wanted to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
They'll run here with Pierce, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Once more, it's Pierce. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. On 3rd down, McClain. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on third down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the first.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
No, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Hunt will try going up the middle. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run right side with Hunt. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Garoppolo. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. So they need 6 yards here on 3rd down. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down tries so far on this drive. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Here we go.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, the football march to the end zone is a military roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Handoff up the middle. Hunt looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for him and with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So here are the Texans to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. And they'll go right back to Pierce. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. This is taken at the 18. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. There's the versatile back, Kareem Hunt, getting set with the rest of this offense for the next drive. Now, the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of
and now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins have retaken the lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And he puts this one through as the lead moves to 13-7. Well, I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. 1 play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. Fielded right around the 8. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Houston set to take over. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is...
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Miami set to take over. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. 2nd and 4. This will be caught by Brown. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
43 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On the jump.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff up the middle. McLean. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Kareem Hunt and the rest of the offense making their way back out there. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have herded him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Go, go.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. On the right side, open is Gesicki.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Houston's offense taking over again. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and 1. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Ready.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And an incomplete pass.
Okay, great.
That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Back to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Bass is good, and that's going to tie us at 13.
So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at...
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the 3rd quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to submit it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 55 rushing yards, rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Another carry for Pierce. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Wait a second. They declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have broken our tie as they take the lead. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Now a handoff for Pierce. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him, otherwise you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. 74 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is Floyd, complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? You got to try and go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. It's Brown. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 25-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
First and 10, it's Pierce.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They're going to look to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete.
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. And that's incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. 33 yards. What a luxury to have a tight end that can not only catch it, but then can run after the catch like that.
What was the old expression back in the good old days? That they used to carry pianos on their backs when they were after they caught the football. Someone would stop and bang out a tune along the way as well. But nowadays, these guys are essentially bulked up wide receivers, and they are a full part of the passing game. And we see a lot of big plays, as we just saw there.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Marcus Davenport able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there. Saying not so fast to a good drive. He had marched to the end zone the last time out.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? They'll drop to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And did he get in? No! They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They'll run here with Pierce.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Now back to throw. Touchdown!
A.J. Brown
From a yard out.
And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away.
Takes it at the 7. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now in Houston.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
All even as we get ready to start the 4th.
On 2nd and 9. Garoppolo. And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Well, you're not going to hear Jimmy Garoppolo mentioned among the strongest arms in the league, but that doesn't mean he can't beat you with a long one.
And I tell you from our broadcast booth, because we're pretty close to the 50, we had the best view, a bird's eye view of that throw, and it was an absolute thing of beauty to watch. Never ceases to amaze me, the arm strength of these guys.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Garoppolo over the middle. He's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll run with Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7. Garoppolo. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. Garoppolo now. And this is going to be intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. In a tie game 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make. And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations the type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the 4th. Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick 6. Pass incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. A carry here for Hunt. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. There's Garoppolo to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And now out comes Houston. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. He'll get this one underneath to Hunt. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo steps away. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up over the turf far too often.
Here we go.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Back to throw. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They'll get 11, but it will still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here we go.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this Texans defense stands tall. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down. Give left side for Pierce. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. On 3rd down, McLean. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Up the middle they go. McLean, absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
He'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. We're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd down, McClain.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
And they will take a knee here.
2nd and 11. Pierce now up the middle.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
113 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future they've got to work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Texans, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.